We've talked a great deal over the past year or so about reform and about change, a new way of conducting city government in Philadelphia. Well, today, the talking stops. It is now time to take action. The voters of Philadelphia elected a change agent as the next mayor of this great city. I made a commitment to the people of Philadelphia that my administration would be open and transparent. We'd work in a fashion that engendered the best principles of honesty and integrity, that corruption would never be tolerated in this government. Today, I'm taking the first steps toward fulfilling that pledge. I'm here today to announce that Amy Kurland will serve as the next Inspector General of the City of Philadelphia. Amy has served as Senior Litigation Counsel for the United States Attorney's Office and as Assistant USA for the Eastern District for more than 20 years. She brings a wealth of experience, independence, and integrity to this position. But before Amy speaks, let me say something about our current Inspector General, Seth Williams. I've known him for a long period of time. He has served District Attorney's Office and the Inspector General's Office. I've had a conversation with him earlier this week, and he has pledged his continued support in making the transition as smooth as possible, and will continue to work with us through the beginning of my administration. It is with great pleasure that I now introduce Amy Kurland.
I'm very, very excited about this administration's efforts to ensure integrity and honesty in city government. And I'm especially excited and encouraged by Mayor-elect Nutter's confidence in me to investigate and root out corruption, fraud, and abuse. And I look forward to working with the citizens of Philadelphia to accomplish that goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. In 2006, while I was still a member of City Council, I worked with my colleagues to create, and the voters overwhelmingly endorsed, the establishment of a new City Board of Ethics, an independent board set up to ensure the highest standards in public service in our government. I'm also pleased that we are joined by the chair of that board, Richard Glazer, the executive director, Shane Kramer, and Councilman W. Wilson Goode. Today, I'm pleased to announce that I plan to nominate Ms. Kenya Mann to the Board of Ethics. And I will ask my former colleagues in City Council to confirm her nomination when I send it over to them in January. Kenya is a partner in the litigation department at Ballard, Spahr, Andrews, and Ingersoll. Prior to coming to Ballard, she served as an assistant U.S. attorney in the Philadelphia U.S. Attorney's Office in the criminal division. She has experience with the Pennsylvania Attorney General's Drug Strike Force section, and she has also taught at Temple Law School and Westchester Universities. Ladies and gentlemen, my nominee for the Board of Ethics, Kenya Mann.
Good afternoon. I'm excited and delighted and honored to be appointed to the Board of Ethics. And I look forward, if confirmed by the City Council, to working with the board and making sure that the public has the trust of the city employees and the workers that work in city government. And I'm honored, and I look forward to doing a good job for the mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenya. My final announcement today is that Joan Markman will serve in a newly created position in my administration. She will be the Chief Integrity Officer for the City of Philadelphia. The Chief Integrity Officer will be situated in the Mayor's office to ensure that honesty and integrity permeate throughout every aspect of city government. Whether in contracts, appointments, and policy development, the Chief Integrity Officer will also be an important resource for city officials who have questions on the proper way to conduct official business. It will be her responsibility to prevent corruption and wrongdoing before it occurs. In the corporate world, many companies have created the position of Chief Compliance Officer in response to federal regulations coming out of Sarbanes-Oxley legislation. This new government position is comparable to the corporate counterpart. Joan Markman served with Amy and Kenya in the U.S. Attorney's Office, the criminal division of the Eastern District. She has also taught trial advocacy at the University of Pennsylvania Law School. It is my pleasure to introduce Joan Markman as the new Chief Integrity Officer for the City of Philadelphia.
Thank you, Mayor-elect Nutter. I am thrilled and grateful that Mike Nutter has asked me to help him ensure that there's openness and integrity in the City of Philadelphia contracting practice. And I'm looking forward to accomplishing that goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Joan. Just a couple more comments, and then I'll be pleased to take any questions that you might have. We've been joined, of course, by a couple other special guests. I mentioned Richard Glazer and Shane Kramer and Councilman W. Wilson Good. It should also be noted that Councilman Good's father, when he was mayor, created the position of Inspector General for the City of Philadelphia. We're also joined today, of course, by the first three people that I announced for positions in the government: Rob Dubow, Chief Charles Ramsey, and Clay Armbruster. In sport, we talk about, especially football, we talk about trying to make progress and moving down the field, and of course you need a good front line to make those things happen. Today, these 6 individuals represent the new front line of integrity in the city government in all of our efforts to eliminate corruption, to open and honest government, and the highest principles of seeking out the best and brightest to come in to the City of Philadelphia's government.